Dale Matthews, Grants Pass. There are a lot of things that our county could explain to us through the finance director. For example, why is it that Rosemary Paget said that the Board of Commissioners ordered her not to report on progress on economic development projects? What is the progress for economic development projects? Another one that our finance director could report to all of the citizens about is, what happened to that equipment that disappeared? Equipment that we bought, now we don't know where it is. You're not looking at me. You're supposed to look at me, remember?
I'm taking notes.
Yes, you can also look at me.
I will yield to not looking at you.
Okay.
I won't take any notes.
It would just be polite. If we're required to look at you, if you're required to look at us.
No, you're just required to address Mr. Matthews. That's it.
All right. So the point is,
yes, please get to
we would like to know what happened to that equipment. We'd like a report about that. We're not going to get that. Instead, it's 2 months before the levy. This is why we're getting an ISF report, because the three main issues about people not voting for the levy the last several times is, one, they don't trust you, and SOS and Cuffs have told you this. Two, they say they can't afford it. You're not listening to them. And three, the ISF. This is why the ISF is top of the list to come and explain it to us. There are no state rules. You've told us several times, we're required by state law. We have to. No, you don't. Because if you were required by state law, you would show us where that state law is. You haven't been able to do that. 2 different levies have gone down since we brought up this issue about ISF. You could have done it all along, but you haven't. So we hear one of the levy supporters saying, oh, it's actually not 10%. It's 1/2 of 1%. See, we're not going to be fooled by lies either. So that's why we're hearing this. This was a pro-levy speech by our finance director. Nothing less than that. We're not fooled by this. And because we have an emergency situation with law enforcement, you could take an emergency measure. What would be more? We don't need someone getting up and giving us in a sing-song voice about things that we apparently don't understand. If the sheriff needs to buy toner or paper or legal services, he can buy it at a discount rate through the county without it having to go through county commissioners that we don't trust, all three of you. What he could do is, and I talked to him just about this last night, what he could do is when he needs those services, because we trust him, because we voted him in, and not about to recall him at the best opportunity, he could ask for these things. He could say, I want this. We're not fooled.